Moving on, it's about that time for Talk That Talk Thursday, and today we are talking about, ooh, are you about to be hitched? Let's find out.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
Righty then, it is Talk That Talk Thursday, and that's the hashtag that we use today to have a conversation on the show. And I think it's as simple as signs of a long-term commitment. Sometimes you're always rushing to like, oh my God, when am I getting married? And to be entirely honest, that pressure gets to all of us. That pressure gets to all of us. And it's not even, sometimes it's not even pressure from outside. Sometimes it's just pressure of like, oh my God, I'm about to hit 30. And I've been with this man for 4 years. And he's not really saying anything.
Where is this going?
Am I wasting my time? Should I just leave first and then figure it out later, find someone who's ready to go? And that pressure gets to all of us because even when you're not like considering marriage, when you've been with someone for a long time,
Yeah.
it's just a question of like, where is this going? Like, where am I with you? You know, are you really just trying to be a roommate for the rest of our lives? And if that's the case, might as well sign the papers such that at least the room that we are in, it can go to me in case of anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So some of these things are big questions. They're very burdening, and I feel like we all get that pressure.
Yeah.
Did you get pressure like that when actually, yeah, what is your situation? And do you feel like there was pressure or there is pressure now? Because you know, y'all know I'm already engaged, so mini metoka kwa hiyo soko ya ku worry about that. So where are we at, and if you're okay with telling us?
Yeah. I am in a relationship right now, and I feel like Kitambo, there was not much pressure. I think you get to a certain age, and then it just comes with the pressure. And as much as we want to act like, oh, you know, it doesn't get to me, it does.
Deep inside.
Deep inside it does. Because at the end of the day, no one wants to just date aimlessly at a certain age. When I was in 2021, I didn't think about it. I was just dating for fun. But right now, no one wants to date someone for 2, 3 years, 4 years, and there's no direction in this relationship. Alafu nirudishe soko. Nianze kuuliza watu, what's your favorite color? Are you mad? You meant so you need to tell me really quick. And I think it comes with it. Hata kama hatutaki kuadmit, it's the age factor. It really contributes.
It really does.
It really does.
And I was always like, oh no, I'm different. I
No,
never
no.
like nah until
Everybody different.
Let me tell you. So my dad was visiting last year in November, and my partner, my fiance now, just asked me a simple question like, "Hey, when your dad comes over, can I like get to meet him? Like, cause I've never really met him, but can I meet him? Yes, we talk on the phone all the time, but like he'd never officially spoken to him like in person. So he's like, when your dad comes, can you please just let him know that I'd like to like have a chat with him and whatever. But considering they already kiki. In my mind, I'm just like, yeah, it's probably just him meeting him physically and whatever. And in that moment, I remember telling Turi, he better be asking for my hand. He better be asking for my hand. Because I swear to God, if he is not, I am giving this relationship until the end of the year. But then I am done. I am leaving. The whole time I'm just going like, where am I going? Literally, am I really going to leave? But that pressure was there.
Yeah.
And I could, even as I was saying it, and I'm telling it to Turi, in my mind, I'm just like, what am I even saying?
What have I become?
Like, who is this?
Who am
What
I?
happened to Kathami?
The chill
Like, you
Kathami.
know, I'm just like, I'm never getting married.
Yeah.
But now I'm over here telling Turi, like, if it doesn't happen, and the whole time, outer body experience.
Yeah.
So, ultimately, what we're trying to tell you is like these pressures come.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't even know that you feel it until your relationship actually gets to that point where you're like, no.
Yeah.
And then even worse, you start now seeing your other friends now like kind of, you don't feel jealous or envious. It's just a thing of you see it so much.
Yeah.
You're like, shouldn't I be doing this as well? Like, isn't this where I'm supposed to be going? So let us console you by telling you that it may not have happened, but it could be happening if you see some of these signs. And one of them is that he or she has seen you at your worst.
Girl.
Like if someone has seen you going basically loco
Yeah.
and they're still around, oh, best know that's a commitment already.
Yeah.
Because trust me when I tell you, people leave. how quickly do people live in relationships nowadays? You're like, oh, no, he coughed funny. I can't.
Ick.
Ick. It's an ick. Exactly. Like he coughed funny. Ick. He believes in star signs, or she believes in star
Yeah.
signs. Ick. Ati Libra. Libra and your nini. Ick. You're out. Like people find the most basic excuses to get out of relationships.
Yeah.
So if they're seeing like the worst version of you and they're still sticking around, guess what, honey? You might as well be waiting for that ring because it's coming.
Yeah.
Hata kama ni kama we stay, it is still
Plus,
coming.
even like to some at my worst, sometimes it's just like the way I wake up.
Yeah.
I'm like grumpy, attitude.
Yeah.
Hair is like I don't my brows don't grow. No brows. No nothing. Smelly armpits.
Oh, God.
Bad breath.
Breath.
And it's like, baby, you look so beautiful. And it's like, I was
Even
stay
if he's
beside him.
lying.
Yeah, I was stay beside him. You know.
You
I
must.
was stay beside him.
What's another one that you think is a sign that you're about to get married, or at least long-term commitment?
I think for me, it's the company that that my man keeps. If his friends are like people who are in long-term relationships, because this is what I think, and I think ni vetu unasema when you're with your friends and they're in long-term relationships, just like when I met you guys. The last time when I was here for my interview and we talked after the show, I left here feeling like this is the company I want to keep, because we were talking about relationships in a positive way and how long-term relationships work and things like that. So if that's the company that he keeps, it makes him look forward to a long-term commitment.
You're right.
But if he's always with people who want to bust down
God.
and live young and turn up, because that's what he's used to seeing. So
Yeah, and it's the same energy that unfortunately we, as we said, we kind of feed into energy.
Yeah.
So it's the same energy you're feeding into, because if you're always at the club with your friends, and it's not even just about the club. Sometimes, these guys who are always in the parking lot, like the guys are in the parking lot, ni saa nane usiku. They're
Brad, don't kill me.
I'm just like, what are you doing saa nane usiku?
Go home.
Mmekaa hapo wanaumekaa watano. Mnaambiana nini
Kwani
shwari?
hamtaki kwenda home?
Hamtaki kwenda home kwa nini? Some of
Thank you.
these things, it doesn't always have to be at the bar. And then these are the guys who have like the rotas of chicks, like a revolving door of you meet them on Saturday, it's like, oh, babe, this is my wifey. And you're like, oh, okay, hi. And then Sunday, it's another wifey.
Like
You're
that.
like, oh, okay, hi.
Okay,
And that's
wifey.
your man's best friend.
Yeah,
Child.
hate
Best
to break it to you.
There's trouble in paradise. Another one is like, and I love this one. I
Yeah.
really, really love this. This one really just makes me. It's at first I used to think it's weird. It's like, hi, what's up? How are you? It's like, no, I'm just checking up on you. How are you doing? I'm like,
That will kill
what do you
them.
mean?
Oh.
How am I doing? Is someone dead? Like naturally, you've been in so many tragic relationships where
Trauma.
mtaongea usiku. Kama mkoongea asubuhi na good morning, ni jioni akienda kulala good night. That's it. But then you constantly have this person checking up on you, and they're always like, hey, how you doing? By the way, I just saw a rat running around. Like random information. You're like, now are you telling me about that random rat? Like just random information. Sometimes it's very useless. Then it's actually just a sign that they like your company.
Yeah.
And for that reason, of course, they want to be with you long term. Because otherwise, why are you telling me about some random stuff that's happening in your day? Like, for what? You could be talking to someone else about it, but they're constantly reaffirming you by constantly checking up on you, constantly updating you about their day, constantly updating you about their life. By the way, my mom did this. I'm supposed to go and visit my dad because of this. Stuff like that. It's a sign that they're really with you for the long haul, because if you know all this information, then it's easy for you to be integrated into the family as well and into his life. You already know what's going on. It's not like now you have to be sat down for a whole weekend. Okay, boot camp. By the way, I have a brother. My brother is this. No. You already know this information, right?
Yeah.
Have you been in that kind of a
I feel like
relationship?
just like those random calls, they just make my day. Like you're just like, hello, is anything? Unapata miss calls kama tano kule.
Yeah.
Guy.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? I was just thinking, see this
I
man.
was about to die.
It's so nice.
It
And I feel like
really is.
for me, my love language is keeping someone on the loop. Like just letting you know, like, because for me, if you go a whole day without communicating with me, I'm very confused. What did you do? Did you uligongwa, uko sawa? And you keeping me on the loop just makes me know that you care enough to make sure that I know you're okay. One, and you also care enough to make sure I'm okay. And that to me, just, yes.
Men who are doing this, just text, a simple text.
Because men act like communicating is so difficult.
It's
So when you
not.
find a man who's constantly checking up on you, men have a really hard time communicating,
Yeah.
especially when they don't like you.
Hey, when they don't like you, wow. It's always like a, hi, I'm a little busy, let me call you back. Or you've called them, they're like, I'll call you back, and they forgot. 3
Yeah.
days later, it's when they're like, you call them again,
Oh.
you're like, oh my God, I was gonna call you. Let me, I'm in the middle of something, I'll call you back. Girl, he
though.
has no business to do with you. He wants nothing to do with you, just let
Yeah.
it go. What's another
I
one?
think one of the other things for me, honestly, this for me is a deal breaker. Support. If I feel like you really support the things that I do and my ambitions and my dreams, girl. Because honestly, especially when you're in your 20s, you're figuring yourself out a lot. So a man really should really be patient with you because you're gonna make a lot of mistakes and you're excited about new things all the time because you're in a space of discovery.
changes.
Career changes. So I don't want someone who makes me feel bad for making mistakes or for having new dreams or like because you dreams keep evolving and they grow. And so I want someone to evolve with me and continue to support me and believe in me along the way, in spite of all the changes that come in my life. I think it's really important.
And not
Before we even go,
criticize.
and not criticize, before we even go far, I think this was one red flag for me when I was talking to my friend about their relationships. You know, I'm not a relationship expert.
No.
And I don't like to impose my nini on other people's relationships, but this to me stood out. She told me, you know, I'm so proud of you and the way you make music, but if it was me, my man could never allow me.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. And I think maybe when she was saying that, she didn't understand how deep that statement was. Because for a man to support your dreams and ambition, especially someone like me who's out there, that requires a man who's very patient and also very, what's the word? Secure. Security. Because if a man is not secure, it's hard for them to support you and to see you grow. Because you know, when you say support, it even means in the times where nina kushinda. Because you know, most of the time, the man wants to be, you know.
Yeah,
He wants
like,
to be,
yeah.
yeah, but when it comes to a time when he has to support you, na inakani kama unampita kidogo, that's a true test of support.
Yeah.
And for me, and I think the reason why she said that is because her man is not secure enough for him to allow her to be in a space where she's shining, sana.
First of all, it's the word allow. That's bugging me because
Yes,
why is he allowing
she really
you?
said aloud.
As who? As who? You're not my father? Hi, man. Okay, sometimes just be supportive. And if you have this man who's super supportive,
Yeah.
and exactly then, even when it's both ways, because you'll always be on the up and then he's on the low, and these things yo-yo, especially long-term committed relationships, these things yo-yo. Sometimes you're on top, he's at the bottom, and vice versa. Sometimes you're level, right? But that support of like, yeah, she's doing amazing, she's all over the place, and I love her for it, and she should continue to pursue it. It's like, oh, but there I have this new idea. Instead of them going like, yeah, you're already doing too much. No, babe, go for it. Try, do all of these things. That's a sign of a supportive man.
Girl.
And a sign that y'all are in a committed relationship and you should continue to be that committed until you're done. And because somehow we never have time, we will read the last 3. His life is better with you in it. I feel like that's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
If you're in his life and he's constantly just even telling it to you, like, hey, babe, aki, by the way, Casio wewe, imagine I wouldn't have been here. Just know, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Because you cannot find another one like you. What's another one?
I think the other one is he casually talks about the future. Oh, this is the big one. You're in a relationship with someone and they never say, you know, next year, ma, you know, in the next, you know, in the... Once we do this together, maybe in the next... Girl.
You're lost. You just leave it.
Yeah.
And most importantly, he values your opinion because this will really carry, especially when in-laws start getting involved and friends start getting involved. If he doesn't respect you or she doesn't respect your opinion, then other people will always influence him way faster and way more, and you will never really have a proper and clear line. You will never be a united front because there's always stuff coming from everywhere. So you must be with someone who respects or at least values your opinion.
Very important, very.
Ah, what a show. I can't believe it's come to an end.
Really?
Prishan, yes.
No, I'm not going anywhere. Can I read the news? Can I read the news? I volunteer. I volunteer as tribute.
It is time. What is your parting shot as we go home?
I'm just happy to be here. This is so nice. It's nice to just get in touch with my homegirl, get to see like, and positive things like this. What to look up for in a relationship or what to see. This is really good stuff. I'm so happy that I was here. I hope you call me again because
And also, where are people catching you on socials?
I am on social as PRYSHON. Akina City Preshon. Please, Meta Preshon. PRYSHON. I'm the only Preshon currently, or at least I hope so.
You
So
hope
just
so.
search for me and we can connect. Music. I make music. I think maybe kuna to Adrivi.
Oh, yes,
If
she's
you're
an
tuning in late,
artist.
yeah,
What?
I make music. So please check that out. I have an album dropping very soon. So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. And my parting shot is simple. Someone says, "Hi there, Kathomi and Prashant. I am Faith from Wiki. I have been a silent watcher for the longest time, but I've decided to say something, Leo. I'm loving Prashant. She is such a vibe. She needs to stay for other shows. I am liking the new perspective that she is giving. So you're getting a lot of love.
Oh my
You're getting a
God,
lot of
stop.
love.
Give me your number.
And of course, I see someone else is saying that they're missing Turi. Turi is away for an event, but tomorrow she'll be right here. So, see ya. Love you guys. Follow Prashant.